So that is our so-called FTC requirement, and what is the Fintoch about? Okay, now, secondly, the coming one, actually today, yesterday, our Mr. Michael, our so-called principal of our education department, also shared with the Chinese community, saying that the FinPay is coming soon. So this ecosystem of FinPay actually so excited, whereby that day I think I made laugh. I said, wait, this good news, because why? You see, what is FinPay about? It just like similar like Visa card. Do you know Visa card or not? The world most user for Visa card. I believe every day, according to the statistic, Visa have everyday transaction about 6 billion. 6 billion. Okay? And for MasterCard, around 3.6 billion. Not million, it's billion. You see how great demand is this. If these two together is about 10 billion, 10 million in the world, the whole world. Okay? So this is the transaction every day. So if this Fintoch can access through this Visa, or so-called everyone can have this Visa, and when you earn from the marketing plan or from the investment or the appreciation of the FTC, you can use it using your credit card everywhere around the world, so long they accept Visa. Because we are almost final stage deal with this Visa for our FinPay. Okay, so is it some sort like good news? And you can go any ATM machine to withdraw any amount, so long you like it. But of course, you must have FTC, then convert to US, then only you can. But you see, in the market, actually, the certain card also have this kind of thing. So maybe you have a classic card, gold card, platinum card, different type of card. Am I right? Different type of card. But your card also needs some requirement. Maybe annual fee or whatever. The highest level of your credit cards, the highest annual fee you are chargeable. So similar to our FinPay. So I believe there is a few criteria or so-called few types of cards whereby you can have it. Maybe some card is one FTC or 2 FTC or whatever. So that is upon after the whole thing completed, then we know what is the minimum requirement to obtain a credit card or so-called Visa cards. Okay, so and then it's good because why? After we obtain this so-called FinPay with together with the Visa card, so we can spend it any place in the world. Okay, so this is, I believe, a lot of people who want it very well. Okay, so of course we have this so-called third one is Finbox. Okay, Finbox actually is a social media, whereby currently, if you know you are using Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, actually they are still at the Web 2.0. But what is the good signs of Web 3.0? You see, a lot of people, when they go for travel, they go for eat, dinner or lunch or any place, what they do, they are so happy to share whatever event to have at their social media like Facebook, TikTok. But do you know who is most happier? The owner of Facebook. Because why? They can access your data and use your data to to make profit. Why make profit? Because some company advertisement, they can sell something, some idea. Okay, so because of Web 2.0 is centralized control. So even Facebook can block you if you do some hanky panky posting. Am I right? So that is called Web 2.0. But what is the Web 3.0? Our this so-called Finbox is when you also doing the media, social media, but the data yourself, you can keep it privately, or there is a so-called remuneration. That means you got some earning, okay, some earning at the this Finbox, okay. So maybe you like to share with the public, then perhaps you can have it show on your social media platform, show out your data. That is the difference of Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. But of course, coming next, we have this so-called fundamental. We must have our public change our native coin. So we will have our FinUSD. That means we ourselves next time is not using TRX or BSC USDT. No, we can use our own. But of course, that one may be end of the month or next month. Okay. So once we completed actually so-called is very so-called what recognized, and we can do the swap. But currently, of course, we are still using the BSC. Okay, still using the BSC. That is why that we also need to we need to so-called use others platform for currently. Okay. Now, the others is Fin SBT. Fin SBT actually is some sort like NFT. Okay, like everyone inside the bank, they have some credit. They mean if you're good pay repayment type of loan, so your credit is very so-called good. Okay, because you pay all your loan regularly and on time. But if you are those who are pay loan always delay, always never pay on time, so your credibility might be low. So Fin SBT also one of the something like credit to each individual. Okay, so you can have it, access it. Okay, and like NFT. Oh, there is now currently a lot of people in the world talk about NFT. So you might have your credibility obtain some lands, some it's not a physical one, but it's a online one. So all this is see your credibility. Okay. So of course, there's another one is called FinBill. Okay. So you know, in the world, the most bigger business or so-called transaction is what? Finance. You know, every day all the bank transaction, okay, within the bank in the world, the transaction is more than 1 trillion. More than 1 trillion. Okay, so this is a huge amount. But there is one problem. What problem? Maybe you have the travel check. You are from USA. You come to travel in Malaysia. Okay? And when you go to bank to exchange the real cash, it might be take 50 minutes, half an hour, or the whole day you're queuing at the bank. Okay? So with this, once our FinBill has been so-called installed, we can exchange or so-called we are not really replace. We can actually attract the world, whereby those who are doing this world transaction, like USA translate to Japan, Indonesia to Hong Kong, all this, within a very short period of time. So do you think that this is all the so-called banker need this? And we might tie up with a lot of bank. Why? They want the service as well. Otherwise, they need to take time. Because for businessmen, time is very important. If your transaction need to take few days or few hours, they don't want. But they got no choice. Why? That is the traditional way. So once our this so-called decentralized or FinBill is on install, so all the so-called all the world financial people are, I like it very very much. And last but not the least is FinX. Of course, within our this Fintoch this ecosystem, we also have this so-called exchange. Just like you normally you do travel, you bring 1,000 of US dollar, you come to Singapore, so you need to exchange Sing dollar for your usage. So, but you got the trouble of going to look for money changer as well. So with the FinX, so actually you can easily convert to any country currency easy, because within our swap, FinSwap, we can change it very fast within country to country. This country to country, what kind of USDT or what kind of base within 3 minutes, within 3 seconds, few second moment, you can done all the transaction. So this is why we attract a lot of big investor to invest in Fintoch. Okay, so I believe this is all about our ecosystem. And then some also asking about their investment capital. After the whole ecosystem has been installed, your capital will refund it after a years. After a years, and company will so-called progressively refund you the capital. It means currently the voucher given to you to subscribe the notes actually is free. You get what I mean? It's free, FOC. Okay, and then you actually, once you subscribe, you are actually getting you are having a goose. You can lay egg every day. Actually, everybody already lay the egg. It's just a small egg or big egg. That's all. And it can harvest it for your another 1 or 2 generation, because the FTC will release it slowly. At least can release use around 80 years like that. Okay, so you see, once after 180 days, actually many people are so-called rich or so-called super rich, but it's not for he or she himself. It's for the next generation as well, because the FTC mining will keep on mine until 8.4 million completed. But it takes time. This one will take around 80 years time. Okay, so that is my sharing for today, and I believe you guys got a lot of questions, and hope that I will answer it one by one, but not too long, maybe half an hour. Okay, maybe half an hour. Don't ask until midnight, because everybody need to wait for 2 a.m. Some might grab the opportunity to do the swap. If you got USDT currently, going to swap and grab some FTC. But I believe in the market, not many FTC as well. Okay, so it's you see, always is like that, demand and supply. When demand is very high, supply is very low. So we believe the price will shoot out very high. Okay. So you see our FTH previously from 10 USD up to current is 100,000. So do you think FTC also can build this record or break the record? I believe can. So just wait for time to come. Okay. So I pass the time over back to Thai.
Thank you very much. We are very grateful for having you online with us. And we are not going to take your time for granted because we are aware that you are in the late hour of the day. But before I open the floor for everyone to ask questions, I need to ask some, maybe on behalf of some of my downline and prospect as well, so as to reduce the number of questions. If anyone is to ask the same questions, please, you don't repeat one question when it has been asked. Since the FTC is something we are all looking up to, that it has been launched on the 6th, we are looking towards it being listed today on the pancake swap in Nigeria by 7 p.m. Nigeria time. So I want to ask, if FTC is launched as a blockchain, when is it going to be listed on CoinMarketCap? Because this is one of the areas where people are certain the genuinity, originality, and the certainty of certain coin, as well as, is there any backup audited report that will support the activities of the registration of this FTC chain right now? That is number one. I don't know whether I should ask all of them or you are going to answer them one by one.
Okay, so for this FTC, actually we already launched within another few hour times. Okay, you guys already got the contract address. Okay, actually a lot of people already do some search. Okay, they search at the Coinbase, everything. There is. It's just that when you see, we just like a newborn baby. A lot of people also asking, hey, how about the certic? Hey, we are newborn baby. A lot of data we still not completed. And the certic also give last time maybe about few criteria, but now they add a lot of things more. So, but we are newborn baby, whereby we cannot accommodate. So they might be don't have any report currently. But definitely with the contract address, you can search it in the public chain, no problem. But for record why it takes time. Okay? Just like certic. You need to take certain time, then the report will go back because of demand and supply and the trust. Okay, all this they need some time. Okay, I hope that I answer your question.
Yes. Then again, I want to ask on behalf of my colleagues as well, since we are all expecting the listing on the pancake swap tonight or today, because to some people it's the daytime, must an investor trade before they can earn? Because the activities that we know that is very open and genuine, that is very open to anyone. When we talk about pancake, most especially, it's related to trading. Must an investor trade before they earn, or they are going to earn by having the coin only? This is just for clarity purpose.
Okay, for currently, actually, they are having this. You see, you can go to your page right now. You have your mining record. Am I right? Mining record. So every day you can retrieve it. Okay. The first page, the profit page on the top actually is company already mine how many unit of FTC in your wallet. But remember, as we even we already mine, but company only release it within 180 days. So actually for the beginning, you can see only a little bit, let's say 0.00 something. Okay, there is a table I think given out to you guys as well for this for just for your understanding or for your knowledge. The table is given out. Okay, but of course for those creator will be earning more than the normal subscriber, because they need to come up with 10% of the total amount of the each note. So once after few hours, you need to add using the contract address we given to you and look for the real actual official FTC. Before that, a lot of people got this contract, that contract, and look for FTC. All is not our Fintoch FTC. Some already got purchased. Congratulations. It might be real, it might be just a souvenir for them. Okay, because we haven't announced the real contract to everyone, anyone. As we know, for FTC, the only way is from the node. After some time by mining, then those people sell off their FTC. Then only they can go to buy at the using the pancake swap. But next time when we fin swap is completed, you got two choice. Currently, you only got one choice using pancake swap. But later on, when we fin swap coming in, then you got two choice. Okay, you got two choice. Either you can continue use this pancake swap, or you use our own swap, fin swap. But of course, with the mining fee, or so-called fee that we charge, will be considered the lowest in town in terms of any program. So it will attract with a lot of other platform like Forex or so-called other blockchain company user. Because why? You see, since we are using the EVM system, so-called Ethereum compatible. Okay, so that means market a lot of program currently using Ethereum base of blockchain. Actually, we can switch them into our Fintoch easily, because we got two chains, we got main chain plus parallel chain. Just like currently a lot of people knowing that Apple and Android usually is different program. Correct or not? Whatever Apple can use, Android maybe cannot use. Android can use, Apple maybe cannot use. But if you got this program that whereby can accommodate for two, Android can use, Apple also can use easily. Do you think this program is very demanding? Okay, so now actually we are creating this function, but not saying this Android or Apple. No. What I mean is for the blockchain, we accommodate for everyone, every user. So in short, in summary, we do have the scalability, stability, security, plus speed wise, plus fee chargeable is very low. So definitely we attract more than our own people. And if you know the demand, you see we got 60 million of user. But some leader like Fatai got so many account, 20 account, like Latif also got 50 account, 100 account. So, but out of 60 million account, 60 million, we said if left 20 million account, they must active. What does it mean active? So long your account must have 0.1 unit FTC, then that is so-called active account. But if you ask my own experience, previously you come in to join, the minimum amount is 100 USD. So if 0.1 FTC, I believe our price definitely with the short time, it shoot up to 1,000. Why? Because 1,000 value of FTC times 0.1, that means it's 100 USD. Simple logic. Okay, so this is why I said the price will shoot up to 1,000 easily within a short period. Plus the demanding, as I said, many other people or so-called investor outside are actually waiting to grab our FTC, to join the platform, to use our blockchain, to use our public chain, to have their own program. This is very demanding. Okay? Next.
Thank you very much. Before I will hand over to my leader, Mr. Latif, to take charge of taking the questions, I want to ask this final question. We have situation where we have some investors from onset who registered with $100, $200, what have you. But right now, what is going to be their fate if they are unable to make up or meet up with the 0.1 FTC? If it is, for example, 1,000 and their expected income is not up to what they can use to hard to make up for the 0.1, what their fate is going to be within the system?
Okay, so you see, we got two conditions. One is everybody, if they do this so-called marketing plan, there's a called referring program. So if those people who are doing the referring program, they, in order to get the title of GM up to MD+++, their account minimum, each account must have 0.1 FTC. But of course, company also understand for the timing in the market shortage of this FTC. So company will give time. So two way. One, you accumulate for some time to obtain 0.1. Second, once our this shop already has been installed, then you can buy it in the market. Okay, so only two way. Second, remember just now I said after complete of our whole ecosystem, after 1 year, company is going to refund you the capital. That account, that particular account also needs to remain 0.1 FTC. So either way, you accumulate it because you already got the note. Okay, you got the note, you can accumulate it daily. Okay, until 0.1. Okay, or if you want to fast, because some people want to do referral program, so they need fast, so they have to purchase it at the our platform after few hours later. But I don't think you can buy it within short period, because why? There is a huge demand outside. Somewhat I know, 500,000, 100,000, 200,000, they already stand by for the USD to buy this FTC. They want to grab this opportunity. So I believe within a short period, the FTC very fast so up. And I also believe not many people want to sell, because like if let's say Fintoch got 50 account, if all the account want to become active, every account must have 0.1. So he need at least 50 FTC in order to sustain the 5 FTC in order to distribute to the 50 account. So the demanding is very, very high. Okay? I hope
Thank you very much. Let me, at this point, hand over to my leader, Mr. Latif, for him to take the question. We appreciate you and we look forward to have you more of the time. So Mr. Latif, you can take the questions. It's Mr.
Thank you
Latif.
very much. Thank you very much, my African director. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, our chief consultant, Mr. Daric. Thanks for your word and thanks for your time. I believe everybody is waiting and keeping looking at their phones. I remained 1 hour on our own side over here. 3 hours in our own side here to get the FTC quick and fast. Okay. We are going to have some questions from audience in order to give us a quick clarification. But at the same time, I'm going to ask some questions which I've seen on the chat. I don't know if you can see the chat over there. If you would be able to answer the one on the chat first, and then before I take like a few people.
What chat?
On the chat. It's not showing to you, right?
No.
Okay. I think first person, he says that if they are buying the FTC on pancake swap, what is going to be the gas fee? What is going to be the gas fee?
The gas fee, it will show it on your this action at the swap. This afternoon I see is 0. I think got 4 or 5 0 behind. It's very, very cheap.
Is it going to be FTC for the gas fee or BNB?
For the time being, we still use our BNB. That means we are use people platform as well, because our own platform not yet ready. So you need to have a standby in your wallet for 20 BNB, but the charges is not 20. Okay, but you need to stand by. Okay, but I think 0 point something lah. Very, very low few charges. Okay, very low.
Okay, all right.
But for the withdrawal of mining, same like previously, when you withdraw the release, still got 5% charges.
Okay, thank you very much for the answers. Let me go online and then I'm going to get like let me say 5 to 7 questions for you tonight. Would that be okay, sir?
Sure, but do not repeat the same question if just now already answered. Okay. So those who already answer got your question, your answer, you maybe can put out your hand.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. I'm gonna call on our leaders first, the co-host that is online. Do we have anyone which is Mr. Clean Money? Are you there online to give the question? I believe that you are going to have 1,000 questions that has been sent to you either by your downline or by your group. If you are online, can you make yourself to unmute yourself and ask your question? Mr. Clean Money.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my director. Thank you so much, Mr. Daric. Thank you so much, everyone. My question, actually, when Mr. Daric was talking, I think he actually answered it. I wanted to know if the smart contract of Fintoch is going to be available. For example, there are some other companies that would like to develop smart contracts on our blockchain. Is it possible to have other companies to build smart contracts that can run the same way we were having our own smart contracts on the Binance Smart Chain? Is it possible? Is it going to be open to the public for them to also to run other projects on it? So that was one of my questions.
I don't get what actually asked. I only know what contract. So sorry.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that will Fintoch give other users like smart contracts for them to develop their project on top of the app? Let's, for example, now I have a project, I want to build it on top of the Fintoch app. Is it possible on the Fintoch blockchain? Sorry. Is it possible to have my own personal project to run on Fintoch blockchain?
Oh, you want to run your project and tie up with Fintoch? That you can deal with the company. No problem. No problem. What clean money? What business you are doing?
This MLM is the same thing.
Oh, MLM. So you need.
Yes, we are this.
Okay.
Like
so
for example.
For example, what?
Okay, like for example, to have like kind of like the crowdfunding, where we can even build it on the likes of on the what do you call it, on like our FCC coin, where people can still be using the FCC to subscribe for a particular project in order to allow every other person also to raise or to increase the volume of FCC that they're actually earning. Something like that.
Okay. So long if you use transaction USDT or this, actually you can deal with our this platform person in charge, but I don't know who is it. So I need to look for that. Okay. And then of course those who need to deal with it, I think they need to have some deposit with company in order to have the sufficient amount of FTC. Otherwise, you cannot do transaction for your platform. Am I right?
Yes. Okay.
So you see, there is another demand from you. You see, you know, not only clean money have this demand. Outside, actually, plenty of platform is coming to tie up with us. So, do you think FTC will grow higher and higher the value? Up to you to imagine. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much, Mr. Clean Money. As I said last time to our chief consultant, that's one of our speakers for Fintoch in the whole of Africa. That's Clean Money. Okay. Encourage. Please, I'm asking you to unmute yourself in order to ask your question.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I want to appreciate everyone.
Yeah.
My question is to persons who are not network.
No voice.
There are some persons who came in through.
Encourage. Please speak to your mic. We can't hear your question.
Can you hear my voice?
Now can.
You cannot hear me?
Now can.
Now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I said some persons are.
when he asked questions,
are not networkers. They are just.
Yeah. When your question began, your voice get off. Maybe
bringing somebody into this day.
We can hear you.
I'm using.
Can you take out your earphone?
I think
take out your earphone and use your phone speaker. Use your phone mic. It will be better, I guess.
Can you hear me now?
Very clear. Go ahead.
Okay. So for those guys, because there's a question somebody was asking in our group, for those guys who are non networkers and they will want to withdraw maybe like today now by 7 o'clock, it's going to be swapping and they want to swap. If they don't have 0.1 on their account, can they still swap and collect whatever they have there? That is my first question. Now, my second question is, we're talking about this, the swapping that is going to take place on the pancake swap today. How do we get the original, the main contract address as not to do something different? Those are my two questions. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, you can sell it anytime after few hours, but you need to extract the mining. Okay, extract the mining. But I don't know how much you invest. Should you invest only 1,000, 5,000? I don't think you can get a whole amount now. It's only 0 point something. But assuming the value of FTC is 100, you only get few cents. Do you willing to sell? If you're willing to sell, please let me know. I want to buy. Okay, so okay, I can buy for you at value of 100, no problem. I think Latif also want to buy from you but you only got 0.0 something. Do you willing to asking yourself? The transaction can be done, but asking yourself, you want to let go or not? Because you only up to now is only 5-6 days. Correct or not? I believe a lot of people, unless those leaders who got a few 100,000 of voucher, they purchase, they subscribe. Maybe now they got 1 FTC, 2 FTC. But other than that, I see there is only 0 point something. So asking yourself whether you want to buy or not. Second, you need, as I say, I believe Latif already shared with you the contract that we given this afternoon. So this contract, you can go into the swap, the swap there, and then you can look for our FTC. Okay, look for our FTC. So this one you can go to wallet, then swap the trading, then the pancake swap automatic come up. Then you can search for this our value. You can see BNB pancake swap. So from that column, you click. You just paste our contract inside. Then you can see our actual FTC. But you see now, a lot of people still got very little of FTC to be liquidity. So I don't know how you going to sell off your this FTC. Okay, but definitely a lot of people want, if you want to sell it now. Okay. Come, next question. I hope can answer your question.
Okay. To those of us that we are leaders in the house, and to those of us that we are giant networker in the house, I will give one advice that we need to share on our groups or on our various offices for tonight. If someone wants to say you want to test, go ahead and test 1 or 2 people. But don't advise anyone to sell tonight. It might be a greatest regret by tomorrow night. It might be a greatest regret at the weekend. Check very well. Let's read what is inside the white paper for all our downlines and see what is happening on the roadmap on Fintoch for the FTC. So jumping or bumping that, okay, I want to do this, or not giving a support advice to downlines as eager as most of the people are, it might be a very big loss. People out there, a lot of people out there, that they are standby of $100 million, $100 million, $100,000, $500,000 just to grab the FTC, and you want to sell the mini pine that you have today. Please, let's give advice to our downline. I will give this advice to every one of us. Thank you very much to everyone.
Actually, we just similar like this Bitcoin. When Bitcoin start, the value of Bitcoin also is 0.5 or 60 behind that one. So when that time, if you can grab for 1,000 or 10,000, now currently it's about 25,000 USD per one Bitcoin. Do you know how rich you are? But can you go back to the Bitcoin time when they start? I don't think so. But now this is opportunity that Fintoch giving you as a pioneer of the people who own the second so-called Bitcoin. Okay? Second Bitcoin, whereby you can obtain it and next time you become richer and richer.
All right. Okay. I'm going to unmute Mr. Michael Rotimi. I need you to ask your question briefly, and I will give the next questions to our leaders from Cameroon. Mr. Tajuddin Said, I think I saw you together with him. All right. Mr. Michael Rotimi, I've opened the mic. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Very clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I appreciate Mr. Daric for giving us his time today. And basically, my question is about the future sustainability of FTC. And when we're talking about the minimum requirement to hold to stay active, I believe this FTC is an hyper deflationary token that is expected to rise and fall at any time. So considering the fact that you need to bring new user in, let's say the time FTC hits 100,000, hit 100,000 per FTC. So it means that the future users that we need to bring in, they have to spend about $10,000 to get into the project, just to know at that time. So I want to ask now, is there a review to consider the fluctuation of the price to your minimum holding as time goes on, as the price increases? Is there going to be a review to it that okay, we'll have a new minimum holding to be active? Because, quite honest, I believe that is the only thing that can stop the promotion of the project going forward. So my very big question is there a review plan for that going forward?
Okay. Thank you, Michael. So according to our this referral program, currently we reset up this active account is 0.1, but I believe it will run some time. Okay, definitely it's not going to review for the time being. Okay, not so soon, but in times to come, perhaps it might change, but I don't know. Because why? We have to follow step by step. We just launch it, the minimum requirement 0.1. Then you start say want to review. So there is no.
I'm not saying that you should review now. I'm just saying.
No.
Is there a review plan?
In future, that's right. In future, I know. In future, the answer I can't give you. Why? That is the future. Because as so long if the demand getting higher and higher, the price getting higher and higher, who knows, company may decide to minimize the FTC requirement. I don't know, but I cannot tell you yes and I cannot tell you no. So we have to follow the new launching referring program. You get me now? Okay?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Mr. Tajuddin. Mr. Tajuddin.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
My question is, those that are able to acquire FTC, if they decide that they want to sell, let's assume that they needed money or they want to sell back at the moment, is there any restriction from their selling? And also, what would be the issue? What would be at stake if someone that have 0.1 in his wallet as a user before and then sold it out? You understand? Sell out of it or just sell the 0.1, which means he's not having FTC anymore. The only thing the person is having is mining. So what would be the implication if the person that is having 0.1 in his wallet before is not having it anymore? What will be the implication? And selling of FTC back, is there a restriction in the selling and buying later, or there's no restriction? Thank you.
Okay, Tajuddin, thank you. But I'm not sure whether this is your answer. Okay, this is your question. So very simple. To be an active account, you must have 0.1. But if you sell out partially, the account itself is not active. But maybe 3 months later, you put back 0.1 FTC, then you come back as an active account. Okay? So it might be account active, non-active, active, non-active. Same thing like the hierarchy. If you are GM, maybe the group sales is 5,000. 5,000. The price go to $10, 10 USD. That means your group is 50,000 value of FTC. And if you have 5 direct sponsor, there, whereby they everyone got 0.1 FTC, you are considered GM. Should the price go down to 5 USD, meaning your group's FTC value is 25,000, you drop back again, you are no longer GM. Okay? And the price shoot up to 100 USD. Your value become 500,000. That means you are something like SVP. So your ranking also like roller coaster. Sometimes go up, sometimes go down. Or some of your members already sold out FTC. That means the value of the FTC also drop. So every ranking, every value is go according the value of FTC. Okay? Hope is answer your question.
Before I take 2 more questions, let me put a very clear to Mr. Tajuddin question. Okay? Mr. Tajuddin, I've muted you. Yeah. Okay? Now, the program that you are on now, and the message is for everybody at the same time. If you get the program that is on now, when they say you need to active your account must be active because of you are a networker. If you are not a networker, you don't care about the ranking or anything, you just want to keep getting your mining because you can withdraw it, okay? As many as you are withdrawing, you can be swapping it anytime, any minute that you have chance to swap it to be USDT, to sell it anywhere, okay? It's not stopping you at all. The only effect that is there is going to affect your upline because your upline might be counting on your own sales as well. That's why the chief consultant says that your ranking might be a roller coaster. So should the FTC become $10,000 today and you have 0.1 only and you want to sell it, yeah, you can go ahead and sell. But if you're a networker, if you have 0.15 something, you can sell the one at the back and still leave the 0.1 in order for you to do what? To be active, because you're a networker. Because if your downlines, all of them, if they have 0.1, the benefit that is inside the program as this particular program as it is before is still there. But if you don't have the 0.1, you are not going anywhere. You are not having any benefit from the team or wherever. So that's why the 0.1 is very important. That's why some people will go for it today to buy, and some people will decide that they don't want to buy. If some people buy today, maybe their downlines already buy more, so they can be GM tomorrow. They can be MD plus tomorrow. So that's the reason why you need to leave your account to be active. Only if you are a networker. But if you are not, there is nothing makes you to make your account to be active. You can withdraw anytime. You can swap your whatever mining, whatever fraction that you have mining that you have withdrawn that is sitting there inside your FTC. So it's good to go anytime. So Mr. Tajudin, I believe by you shaking your head, is that clear to you? Thank you very much for thumbs up. Okay. All right. I'm going to take another question again from Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew. I'm asking you to unmute your mic. If the question is among of the one that they have answered, you can just forget it. Or if not, you can go ahead, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Mr. Latif. I also want to thank Daric. My gratitude also goes to our African leader, Latif. God bless you all. Now, my question is, how many times can one mine in a day? Can one mine more than one time in a day? 2, the FTC figure that we are seeing there, how can one swap the figure? How can one swap the figure? These are the only 2 questions that I have. Especially the first one. I'm really concerned about the first one because I think I tried mining more than once in a day yesterday. And at a point, I saw minus, when I wanted to mine, I saw minus 0, something. I don't know. So please, I want to be cleared. Thank you.
Actually, it's the same question, Matthew. Okay. As I said, now you can mining withdrawal for everybody. Okay? Your investment, let's say your voucher is only 100, 200. The result you got is 0.0000 something. Okay? So, after few hours, do you willing to sell? Do you willing to sell? If you want to sell, you just go to pancake swap, copy our contract, then you can sell them. That's easy. But only you get a few cents. Do you want or not? If let's say 1 FTC is equivalent to 1 USD or 10 USD or even 100 USD, you only get a little bit. But why can't patiently everyone here to wait for some time, accumulate more and let the price go up first, then only you sell partially. You get what I mean? So I mean, for the timing, unless I told you, you invest 100,000, 200,000, or few 100,000, then now you can see numbers of FTC. Then only you can sell partially. Otherwise, you ask me, no point. But it's up to you to choose. You can sell it tomorrow, another few hour time. Go ahead. It's okay.
Then a number of times one can mine. Like I said, can one mine more than once in a day?